Now, many people have said when they land on the Spooky2 site, it is really confusing. So I'm just going to show you a few things. Here we have the cold laser. That's the Mirror Mate Cold Laser Wrist X. So that's the one you saw at the workshop. In the email, and this is the scalar harmony, but you need the big black scalar boxes to use the harmony. This is what I purchased the other day with some of my credits from people who had used my affiliate link. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Spooky2 hand cylinders. And I also purchased what they call the TENS kit. So this was the wrists, the knees, the elbows, the hands, the feet, etc. And you plug yourself into the generator and have the frequencies running through. Now, when I mention the boost in the email, this is what I mean, because if you're getting a generator, whether it's the XM, which is $100, or the X Pro, which is $600 or $800 if you do a package, you're going to need the boost. Now, some of them, if you're buying a package, it comes with the boost, but if you're just buying the, let's say the $100 generator on its own, I do recommend getting the boost, because the boost is where you attach the remote. Right, so, but I just wanted to kind of show, so that's the boost. When I say boost, that's what I mean. That's the Wrist X, and that's the harmony. That, again, that's a conversation for another day, I think. But these are the things that you can, because once you've got a generator, you can run the frequencies. It needs to be attached to a PC, it's not compatible with Mac. So it needs to be a PC laptop or a laptop. And then you can run the frequencies. You can be holding these cylinders, or I haven't tried it yet because it only arrived 2 days ago, or putting these on. But let's have a look. Let's see. I'm going to type in, and the site is very, it's sensitive, in terms of exact wording. I don't know why they just don't do a it's like you got the right word in there somewhere, pull it up, but they don't. And so what I've just typed in is Spooky2 scalar. So these are the black boxes. This is what you call the Spooky2 scalar. So the big black boxes that I had in the room, and you can either buy them as a package bundle, and that's the generator X there, the silver one, or you can get them as a standalone on their own. So these are the two big black boxes. They've got 5% off everything on the website at the moment. That's November. And so you're either going to do, sometimes there are different options. So here it says choose an option. Do you want the Spooky2 scalar, or do you want the Spooky2 with the scalar harmony? Now the Spooky2 with the scalar harmony, that's the sound frequency device that I've got, and that fits on the top of the device there, on this one here. And then you plug in your mobile phone device, etc., just like you saw me do in the room. So those are the Spooky2 scalar boxes. Let's see. Mirror Mate Cold Laser Wrist X, that's what you have to type in if you wanted, and then it kind of brings it up here and says yes. So this is the Mirror Mate Cold Laser. Again, you're going to have options. You can choose the standard plus the nasal option, bit that goes up your nose, or the standard plus the nasal plus ear. So if you're just going with the standard, it's $349, $374 with the bit on your ear. And let me just show you what they look like. So that's the bit that goes up your nose. Those two little probes go up your nose, and it comes with the rubber coating that you put on as well. And then there's one with just like, earbuds that you'd get on a phone, but the laser shines through the earbuds, but you can just you can choose which one you want. So that's the Wrist X. Let me see if let me see if it picks let's see if it picks something up if I type in generator. It might want me to put in X. Oh no. So what you've got here, let me just show you. So this is the Spooky2. So we've got the Spooky2 generator X, and we've got the X Pro. So here we go. So these two do very similar things. The Gen X, as they call it, is the newer version. So it's 2 generators in one, and it's more powerful. However, the Spooky2 XM generator is the old original. When I say it's the original version, the first one they made, people still use it. People still swear by it. It's still amazing. People still get fantastic results. So you don't have to leap in with your $650. You can start with the Spooky2 XM generator. It's 1 generator. So when I say 2 generators, in the remote experiment, I'm running the remote, which has the nail clippings in, plus I'm running the radionics plate because this generator can run two different devices. So just think of it, I don't know, like a mobile phone charger. You can get a single charger where you can just charge up one phone, or you can get a dual charger where you can charge two phones at the same time. Think of it like that. So you can run one device at a time, you know, in terms of frequencies, or with this one, I can be doing two things independently. So right now, I've got client nail clippings in the remote, and I'm running the manifestation protocol with them using the radionics plate, and they're both running from the same generator because I can have two independent sets of frequencies running at the same time. But literally, to just get a foot in the door and get started, I would recommend the Spooky2 XM. Low cost, easy to get started, is $100. So, and you just need to connect it to a PC, and it comes with some of the, what is it? Let me have a look. Yeah, so it comes with a connector cable. So that's your USB port that plugs into your PC or your laptop. That other end plugs into the generator and, you know, conversion kit. So yes, I would say that's a really, really good start. Now, let me just see if I'm going to type in remote. Will that be enough to bring it up? Yes, while we're about it. Oh, actually, maybe I should get myself a case. It'd be easy to port it around. Maybe with my next set of credits I will. So this is the Spooky2 remote. So it opens, the nail clippings go inside of there, and then you close it. So that's what it looks, hold on. That's what it looks like when it's closed. But you put the nail clippings inside of there, and this one is $48. So this little, the silver pin thing, that goes either straight into the generator, or if you've got the boost, which I recommend, it plugs in there to give it a bit of extra power. So there you go. I think those are the main things. So we've got the wrist X, we've got the Spooky2 scalar boxes, we've got the remote, we've got the boost. Yeah, I think that's it. And everything ships from China. I'd say give it, you know, 10 to 14 days. Sometimes it's a bit quicker, but I'd say allow a week and a half or thereabouts for things to arrive, and they come via courier, and there are not any additional charges over and above what you see here in paying shipping. With some of the smaller products, shipping's actually free, but that does take a bit longer. It takes about 2.5 weeks. And the last thing I purchased, I think the shipping, which was ridiculous, was $20. And I say ridiculous because when I ship things in from Learning Strategies for Photo Reading, of the similar size and weight, I'm paying anything up to $200 to $350 just in shipping charges. So maybe because of the amount they're shipping, Spooky2 get a much better deal. But I'm like, how on earth do they do it with the shipping? I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, but it is absolutely amazing. So yeah, those are the kind of key things. If you got any further questions, ping me an email. Marilyn at transformationstm.com, Marilyn at trance, TRANCE, F for Freddy, FORMATIONS, so Marilyn at transformationstm.com. I've just clicked on the home page, and the home page is where you can see this, like this is a starter kit. And actually, do you know what? I think this will be you know, I've told you everything individually, but I actually think if you're going to be getting something, this starter kit could be a really fantastic idea. You get the generator, you get the handheld, stainless steel handheld, so you hold these, you run the frequencies through it. The main thing, the difference between the handheld and the remote is you have to physically sit there and hold the silver. But if you don't mind, you can be, I don't know, watching TV, chilling out, relaxing, listening to something, etc. So if you don't mind that, I'd say it's a really good start. The remote means you put the nail clippings in or whatever the sample you're using. If it's your own, you can pull out hair. You need the root and the bulb, which is why I say nail clippings are easier. With the remote, you can be doing what you're doing. You can be anywhere, and you don't have to be anywhere near the generator. So that's the main difference. But yeah, I would say these kits are a really good idea. Check them out, because I think this could be a really good way to get started. So we got what we got here. Got various kits. So we got you got a remote, got all the leads, etc. What's the difference with this one? Oh, you get two generators with this one. So 2 generators, 2 boosters, those black things are the boosters. You get the handheld cylinders, you get 2 remotes. You could run a remote for each of these, and you get all the leads. Oh, and then this one steps it up a gear. This is the more powerful Gen X, which is 2 remotes in one. So whereas you'd physically need to hook up 2 remotes for this one, for the $490, $944, you only need the 1 remote generator, but there are 2 generators inside of there. You still get the 2 boost. That's your digital scaler. That's different to the remote. That's where you can put a blood sample or a saliva sample. And then you get the 2 remotes and you get the stainless steel. Now, somebody mentioned cancer. This is where the rubber hits the road. This one here is the most powerful machine they do, but you can see the jump in price. So we go from $328 if you're purchasing it during the sale, $340 to just say $346 if you're not. But we jump from that to starting at $2,800 or just $3,100, because this is the one, if somebody's working with cancer and parasites and all of those sorts of things, this is the deal that they're going to go for. So, and then we come to the Spooky2 generators. So these are the black boxes that you saw in the room for the health activation day, and you get the Gen X, which is the 2 generators with that as well. I think that's the package I started with, actually. But if you're thinking, okay, well, what's this scaler? Let's just back it up a moment. The scaler is gentle energy. So we were running the scaler in the room, and it changes the energy of the room, but not in a way that you're like, oh my God. You just feel the energy in the room. You feel that something is going on. It changes the dynamic. For those of you who douse, you can douse a room that you're not running the scaler in. You can douse a room that you are running the scaler in, and it's a gentle energy that permeates the body, the cells, and wherever you set it up, you're within the scalar energy field. This one is more direct because this is a plasma ball, and they've got it in a tube as well. And you hold that and you think of it just like, you know, somebody switches on the generator and it's like, you're not going to be electrocuted, but it's much more powerful and direct compared to the scaler. So that's the way I would describe it if I wanted to kind of put that into words. So let me just click on this. I'm going to let's have a quick look while we're here, see what you get. So, so you got your Spooky2 Central. Oh, actually, you get oh wow. Okay, with this particular one, you get both the generators. Cool. There are people in the world who have 20 and 30 generators because they're running programs for family, friends, clients, etc. And I was thinking, these people have lost their minds. What on earth do you need more than one for? And then when, of course, I started doing this and offering things to clients and doing remote sessions, I was like, oh, I see why you need more. Because when I did the very first experiment, everyone taking part had a week, 7 days, but I had to do one after the other because I only had 1 generator. And I was running something else on the second one. But if I had a bank of generators or 3 or 4 of them, everybody could have been getting that treatment at the same time. So there are ways, like when I'm doing the 11-day remote terrain, because everybody's receiving the same program, you're all going to be using the same generator. But if one person's working on fear and anxiety, and another person is working on bone density, and another person is working on hip joints and tendons, all of those things, they're separate programs, separate frequencies. So the more generators you have, the more you can run things at the same time. So you actually get 2 of the generators with this one. I didn't realize that. So, but this is what they call the Spooky2 Central. So that plasma ball, you actually hold that and the frequencies run through it, or you get the plasma tube, which is on the top there, and the frequencies run through that. Okay. This is very, very interesting. Oh gosh, look at that. You get a lot. Whoa. Of course, some of these are the leads, etc. But you get the 2 remotes, the boost. I don't know what that is there. Oh, voltage detector. Oh, handy. You can see that the voltage is correct. That's the digital analyzer that you've got there. Yeah, okay. So you get quite a lot. You get quite a lot with this. And in terms of, let me tell you while I'm here, I'm just writing an email to everyone. So for those of you who took part, my affiliate link for the Spooky2 is www.spooky2, that's SPOOKY, the number 2, dash mall, MALL.com/REF/811. So if you are purchasing things via the Spooky2 site and you're hearing about it from me, please use my affiliate link, because what that does, it puts credits in my account, and that is what's been funding some of the extra equipment to run the remote experiments for clients. Some of you have been through that if you're listening to this, most likely. We're also talking about the block therapy, so while we're about it, that's the www.transformationstm.com/block therapy. That's if you wanted to purchase the wooden blocks. The large one is called the Block Buddy. The small one is called the Block Baby. If you have to choose one, I say go with the larger Block Buddy. It's more versatile. But if you can get both, people who buy one, they always regret not getting both. They always go back and get the second one at some point. Just save yourself the hassle and the extra shipping and postage, and just get both of them if you can. And if you want the free 9-day sampler program, and if you find the sampler program online, sometimes it's $97. Oftentimes they do an offer, it's $47. However, using the link I'm about to give you, it's free. So that's transformationstm.com/block therapy gift, GIFT, and transformations, TRANCE, F for Freddy, FORMATIONSTM.com, and then /block therapy for the blocks, or /block therapy gift for the free 9-day online program. It's a video program, really easy to follow. It's actually really good fun. And all you need is a rolled up towel, so you can get started without having to use the blocks. You just use a rolled up towel. So yeah, that's it. So this is the email that I'm putting together for you all now, and telling you what to type in, because the site is very sensitive in terms of spellings. So you're looking for the Miramate Cold Laser Wrist X. For the scalar boxes, you're going to type in Spooky2 Scalar. For the generators, you might type in Generator X Pro, and that's going to bring up all the various packages. The XM is the one that's $100. The X Pro is $600, or sorry, $650 or $800 if you're getting the package with the remotes. And the remote on its own is $48. The boost on its own is $18. But if you are starting out and you can do it, I'd say the easiest option is to just buy that package. So go to spooky2-mall.com/REF/811, and then just have a search around. But if you can do it, I'd say a package is easier, because I started with one of the packages because I just didn't have to think about anything. And there are various ways that you can kits for new customers. So just kind of have a little, actually, let me see what they recommended. So if we just looked at the majority of these, but the kits for new customers, very, very easy to get started. And if you just want to dip your toe in the water, I'd say start with the $345. And if you're watching this in real time, use that coupon code THANKS2024, and you're going to get 5% off everything. But they've worked out the pricing for you here. So this one will start at $328. So I'd say this one's a really fantastic starting point. If you can make the leap and you want the generators, you just need a PC, you don't need the scalar box or anything like that, go for this. And if you were going all in and it's like, you know, the C word, etc., here we come, then that's a really fantastic one. And this is the one where, if you want to enhance your environment, that's the one to go for. Anyway, I think I've said everything I need to say. Now, one other thing. Let me see if I can show you. Hold on. You're not going to see the whole thing because I've just got a portion of my screen. This, at the moment, I'm running a program for a client. So it's been running now for 39 hours. And this one is the one about manifestation. So changing your reality. And we've got the reality program. This is running on the Spooky2 Radionics, and we're running the manifestation program. So In addition to that, I've added the miraculous windfall of money, essential oil of abundance, confidence and self-esteem, and then some healing. So that's running on generator number 3. So we're 69% there. Now, because I'm running a Gen X, I've got two generators running within one. So if we take a look at generator 4, and you'll just see how it changes. So this one's been running for 39 hours and 35 minutes. Give it a second, it will think about it. Right now you can see the game has changed. There's loads of things on that list. Oh, sorry, it's just loading itself right. So because they've had some stuff going on with COVID at the moment, it's running the thing to help clear COVID infections, for example. This one's been running for 111 hours. The numbers you see down here are the frequency. So when I look at my generator, which is on my desk, I can see that G2, generator 2, is running 33,400 hertz. That's what it's running at. And I can see those numbers on the generator. And what it does is it cycles through everything. So we've got a fair few things here with coronavirus, removing some of the things that might be in it. And then they're looking at also things like lymph detox. So we've put some stuff in there for the lymph and cleaning all of that out. They've got some things going on with the heart, so we're running some frequencies to help balance the heart. And yeah, and as you can see, and then we get to a bit of calming, anti-stress, because they're very stressed. So that may be one of the things that's impacting the heart. So I've added some essential oils that they've said they like, and a few others that are really good for that. And so these ones are specific essential oils, let's say clarity, dream catcher, enhancing dreams, intuition, etc., gathering, bringing those things in with the abundance, humility, joy, motivation, ylang. And then we've got some stuff because they've got some things going on with energy. So we're running some fatigue syndromes, some of the back flower remedies as well. Again, things with confidence, self-esteem, abundance. Yeah, so we've got a lot. So this one, the runtime of this whole program is 15.5 hours. Let's just say 16 hours. That's how long it takes it to cycle through the whole thing. And I'm leaving it on a continuous loop because they're on this for a week. So with this particular client, I'm running this with using their nail clippings. This is running on the remote, so they're receiving the frequencies of this from a distance, and at the same time I'm also running the manifestation plate for them. So we're clearing on one of the generators and then inputting frequencies that we want on another, in the same way I'll do a breakthrough session. It's almost like a remote breakthrough session. So that's what it looks like. So when I say the frequencies, the programs, you need your PC, this particular program has over 60,000. If I clear that out, let's see, does it just take me back to home base? It's got 60,000 programs in it, and it's A to Z. So, it's that time of year. So let's search the database and just see what it comes up with. But there's 60,000 different programs in here. And it's an A to Z. There's no way, well, maybe if you had nothing better to do, there's no way you're going to be able to sit and just go through all of these. But what you do is you type in. So if somebody says osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, Alzheimer's, whatever it might be, you type that in to this search bar. As I said, it's very specific in terms of spaces, dashes, commas, etc. So give it another go. And sometimes if it doesn't find the thing that you're looking for, think to yourself, what else is it called? Or what's the medical term? And then with each of these, there's a different frequency. So you can see the frequencies here. So, okay, what they got here? Pituitary gland, that one. And it tells you how long that frequency cycles for. And then it gives you the frequency numbers. And some of them only cycle for a minute. This one here, 93 minutes, a number of different frequencies that it's going to cycle through. If you want a good antioxidant, you can give yourself a good old cycle in 3 minutes, and it's just going to run through one frequency. So yeah, anxiety, you can run that for 30 minutes. We've got a load of frequencies here, 86, 28, 70. So yeah, this database I'm looking at is free of charge, completely free. But of course, to run if you just want to know a bit about the frequencies, by all means, you could download it. But when you're running your generators, this is how the frequencies are generated. So I've created bespoke programs for clients, but there are programs that come as a standalone as well. So yeah, so this is kind of what we're looking at, and there's a thing called presets. And with regards to things that are presets, when you're starting out, if I just took it home, for example, we've got some presets built in: biofeedback, COVID-19, cancer, DNA. Let me just say at this point, I'm not making any healing claims. We're not making any healing claims. Spooky2 is not making any healing claims. We're not doing any diagnosis. Just giving you an overview of things you can get help and support with. So we've got detox, environmental, frequency sweeps, heal, miscellaneous, Morgellons and Lyme, radionics, shell empty presets, user. So at the moment, one of the programs I'm using is radionics. Now I'm using the manifestation program for the particular client that I'm working with at the moment, and everyone who did the remote experiment, you all went through the manifestation protocol. And it's really wonderful to hear the great things that have been happening for you in the last couple of weeks. Somebody got 2 years worth of back pay that they were not expecting. And somebody purchased a flight for them from the UK to America as a thank you for something they'd done for them previously. Someone else has just had a wonderful promotion. Someone else said that there was something they were going to be buying and suddenly they got it half price. So it's been coming in really interesting ways. But you can choose from, I've never looked at the cancer one. Let me see what's in there. Okay, so here's what happens. You know, I've just been showing you the plasma, etc. If you've got the plasma, you choose the plasma. If you're running frequencies through the remote, you choose remote, and that's going to bring up a different set of programs. If you've got the scalar boxes, then you do the scalar boxes. If you're doing contact mode, so you're wearing the gloves or you're holding the stainless steel rods, there's something called the coil, if you've got that as well. I don't know what the BY is, but I haven't got all the kit. I'm just starting out. So that's that. And these little dots just take you, but I'm just kind of interested now, what's going on? And again, depending on what you're doing, it's going to say, are you using the coil? Are you using direct contact? Are you using the lasers? Are you using plasma? Are you using a remote? Are you using scalar? Something called shells. Oftentimes, because I'm doing stuff by remote, I pick the remote. And then it says, okay, with regards to this particular program, things you can do, because we're doing the terrain detox next month, running people through the 11-day detox. So we can do the low power version. We can do the mercury, if people have got mercury fillings, low power, the non-violent low power, makes it sound like everything else is violent. The detox maintenance, the terrain, that's going to be by remote. We've got one that is going to clear out some mercury as well. And then you've got the terrain non-violent. So then what I would do is I'd say, right, I'm going to run the terrain mercury. And then what it does is it tells me everything that's going to be in this program when I run it. So we're going to remove metals, minus mercury, So yeah, lymphatic system, kidney cleanse, parasites, you know, you name it, it's in there. And that one runs for 11 days. So that denotes the number of days. And on day number 11, it runs 2 different cycles, lymphatic system 1, lymphatic system 2, but it does some blood cleansing. And it tells you over here, also gives you a bit more information, who created the program, how does it work, keep yourself well hydrated to help eliminate the toxins. And then it's also telling you here, you can run it as the remote, but it's saying it's enhanced if you run it with the central, the plasma, the scalar, the contact, the laser, you know. So yeah, so you can, this is free, you can have a look through it, but once you've got the generators, it all starts to make a lot more sense. Don't get me wrong, to really get into it, there's a learning curve, and it's actually quite complex stuff if you really want to get into it deeply. And that's why I say it's sometimes better to start with the package. You don't need to think about everything. It just, everything you need comes in that box, and you can get out the door. And then as you get more into it, you can then start researching more and more stuff as we go through. Alrighty, so I think that's a good enough whistle stop tour. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope that helps in deciding, for those who want to get started, how to get started. And it's exciting, it's a great thing. And as I said, use my affiliate link if you're purchasing, because what that means is I can invest in more stuff to do the remote experiments with my clients and those of you who want to join us. So it's spooky2-mall.com/ref, as in REF /811. So happy rifing, happy frequency generating. I shall leave it there. Marilyn Devonish, the neurosuccess coach and rapid transformation specialist from transformationstm.com. Over and out. And here is to your good health, to our good health, and continued good health. Catch you later, and happy shopping.